How we doing? I believe you've got the team, mate.
I certainly have, pal.
Carry on. How we doing? I believe you've got the team, mate. Carry on.
I certainly have, pal.
Billy, carry on. How we doing? I believe. Carry on.
Okay, mate. It's the team for today's match against Motherwell is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Davies, Ridvan, Jack, Lundstrom, Fashion, Kent, Cantwell, Kolach, and the subs are McLaughlin, Hadji, Suter, Camara, Morelos, Wright, Arfield, Devine, and Tillman.
Well, first of all, good to see Tillman back in that. Sort of, I think we knew about Bonner going back home for his wife's birthday's child, and bad news with Raskin. Let's hope it's nothing serious, Billy.
I know, mate. That's the bad luck continues in the injury front, doesn't it? Yeah, it's good to see Tillman back, Oxtear. Hopefully he's recovered for whatever injury he had, mate, and he can play a part in the game if need be at some point today. But it's good to see Ridvan in the starting 11 too, Ox.
Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Be interesting to see. Hopefully he's got the fitness to get through the 90 minutes, mate. Obviously played a bit of minutes the last game, built up his fitness. Been out for a long time. The boys good on the ball, mate. That's what I'll say. Well, only time will tell what we make him, but so far so good on the ball. Yep,
that's right, mate. He's no long back himself for injury, and it'll maybe take him another couple of games. I need to get maybe another good 60, 70 minutes under his belt the next couple of games to get him up to speed again. But he's certainly good on the ball. I'm looking forward to seeing Ridvan today, Ox. But I'm sure if he tires, we've got the laddie Devine there that could always come on and slip into that position if need be.
I suppose the boy Devine will have a bit. He'll be chapping at the bit, or he'll be disappointed because obviously he substituted for Bonner, or deputised for him when Bonner was away, and he done okay. So he'll have something to prove, mate.
That's entirely correct, Oxtear. I mean, he will be disappointed, but unfortunately, that's part and part of football, as we all well know. But I'm sure if the guy gets the young laddie gets a wee run, he'll be desperate to come on and prove the manager wrong, and then that can only be a good headache for Michael Beale, mate, because when we get Bonner back, you've got three options there doing that left-hand side, which is always healthy competition.
I think Devine will be happy playing on the right. You know, he's like right-footed. So Lundstrom starts again with Ryan Jack. Maybe a game that would be more suited for him in a away match rather than a home match at Ibrox when we have a lot of possession.
Aye, he can maybe sit in there and break up the play more often and just get the ball out to the players that can play run about him, mate. Because as we all know, we've spoken about it 100 times, Ox. When he gets the ball at Ibrox, sometimes when they play the low block type thing, it's all pedestrian and slow and whatnot. So, but I think we'll go today. I think it'll be a 4-3-3, mate. I think that's the way we'll go today for some reason.
Where are you playing, Jack?
Well, I was looking at the midfield.
Where are you playing, Jack?
Well, I would play Jack in the middle of the park and play Lundstrom to the left of him and Cantwell to the right.
You're playing Lundstrom in the left of midfield, mate?
Aye, yep.
Right.
And I'll tell you...
Report to HR in the morning, mate, yeah?
And I'll tell you the reason why, because I've just looked back the setups with Motherwell, right? And Motherwell have been playing... They've been twinkling about with their formation for the last wee while now, right? And obviously they've out the last 4 games they've won 3 and drew 1, right? But they've fun a wee formation, and they've got a 3-4. They play a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-1-2, which that's what they play now, and that's the formation they've been playing in the last game, which allows the back space with their back three, right? So they had been playing a 4-3-3, a 3-5-2 and a 4-3-3 before that, and it never worked for them. But when we look back at the teams that's played a three at the back, it's given us space. And I thought when we played against Hearts and Hibs and that type thing, when teams have came at us, the spaces in behind, and that would allow Lundstrom to come across one to free up the role for Cantwell or Kent on either side of the park, mate. That's my thinking. I could be wrong, but that's just my thinking.
You could be wrong, you could be right, but I don't see any other place for John Lundstrom sitting in beside Jack on the right. If we were going to play a 4-3-3, it would need to be Cantwell would go to the left and Jack would need to play on the right of Lundstrom. There's no way Lundstrom's not playing in the middle, mate. No way. Anyway, we'll get these phone lines opened. Let's hear from...
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Give us a team and the subs, mate.
Yeah, I will do it. It's McGregor in goals, Tavernier, Golson, Davies, Ridvan, Jack, Lundstrom, Fashion Jr., Ryan Kent, Cantwell, Polach, and the subs are McLaughlin, Hadji, Suter, Camara, Morelos, Wright, Arfield, Devine, and Tillman.
To say good to see Tillman back. We can't catch a break. Obviously, Bonner's the birthday's child's imminent, so he's away. But I believe back to Croatia, and then Raskin gets a knock. Well, we assume it's a knock. It could be personal. You never know, Billy.
Aye, well, I don't know what it is, mate. If these injuries keep coming and keep coming, we're either extremely unlucky, Ox, or there's something no right somewhere. I'm hoping it's the first thing I touched on and we're just extremely unlucky. Obviously, if Borna's away there for the birth of his child, we all wish him and his missus and his wee baby all the best, Ox, as well.
Aye, some people will say they should plan his scoring. Anyway, you can't plan these things. We wish them all the best. I'll be interested to see. I think we'll set up a 4-2-3-1, mate. Yeah, I think we'll set up how we've been setting up, mate, and then we Cantwell in front of Jack and Lundstrom, mate. Yeah, that's how I think we'll set up.
Listen, it's a possibility. I'll tell you, I was just actually thinking about something else. I remember when Lundstrom scored his goal over in Dortmund. I mean, he scored that for the wide the left-hand side, so he played in there, mate. There's a strong possibility he could go a 4-2-3-1 type thing, but I've got a wee sneaky feeling he'll play a 4-3-3. I really do, but only time will tell, mate. But
if he does play a 4-3-3,
I'll be lying again.
No. If he does play a 4-3-3, he'll be Lundstrom in the middle, mate.
You reckon?
Aye. I mean, I could be wrong as well, but I don't think so. But I think Lundstrom will be playing in with Jack, and if we are playing with the three, I think you'll find out Cantwell will come to the left. Yeah.
Right, that could work too. Like, you know, I'm sure. Well, listen, he's certainly gave the players for to come in. He's not got them in isolated in different positions. He's giving them a wee bit more freedom all over the park, like, you know. So they can all.
They'll be joined by Chuggy. Morning, Chuggy.
Good morning. How's everybody?
All right, mate. What's your thoughts on the team, mate?
I'm a wee bit surprised, but I quite like it.
Explain yourself, Shuggy boy.
I quite like it. I'm a wee bit surprised, but I quite like it.
Right, go on then. Let's hear. Why?
Because, well, I think with Jack being in, I think that makes us stronger going forward. And also, you might because Jack's in, Lumsden might feel under a wee bit of pressure to have to play a wee bit better.
How do you think we'll set up, Shuggy?
I think it'll be 4-3-3.
Who are you playing where in the midfield? Obviously the back four picks.
I would play Jack on the right, Lumsden on the left, and no, I've got that wrong. I would play Cantwell on the. Is he a left footer or right? I think he's left, isn't he?
So it seems to be two. If you don't know what two, he dances about, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's going to float between the two of them, isn't he? Because you're going to have one of them holding, and then he's going to float between the two of them, and hopefully get on the edge of the box and do his tricks on the edge of the box.
Aye.
I also like that we've got Kolak up front as well.
Aye. Well, he's due to start, mate. He's been involved in a lot of goals and scored a few goals. He's due to start. Do you agree?
I think there could be a lot of goals if we play the right formation. But the only worry for me is I don't feel that we'll get crosses into the box. I think it'll be more to feet and sort of try and play through the channels. Because if you look at it, we haven't really got much width in the team.
No, I think the width will come for the fullbacks potentially.
I don't think Tavernier can get very far forward, do you? But he can't get back, can he?
His crossing's not been great. He's not been great. Well, he made the own goal last weekend, right enough, but his crossing, or was that the week before? But his crossing hasn't been great, Billy. Tav?
Oh, he's been a wee bit hit or miss there when he's got forward. Sometimes he can put it right on a sixpence, you know what I mean? He can put one of the great balls in that comes between. In my opinion, it's a striker's dream ball because it gets whipped in between the centre half and the goalkeeper, and the goal it's in behind the centre half, and the keeper doesn't know where to come or go type thing. And then other times you'll put a cross in, and it'll go out for a corner or it'll go out for a by kick. You know what I mean? So his delivery could be better, Oxtear.
But Cholak, Shuggy, I'm with you. I mean, I don't dislike Morelos, even though I don't think he's had the greatest of seasons, but I think Cholak's a guy in possession at the moment. I think he's been involved in goals and he's scored goals, so he's due to keep his place, mate.
Yeah, I think Kolak with the right guy alongside him, or either play him one on his own and somebody just sort of like floating like Cantwell will. I think personally myself, I think Kolak's a better striker than two. I think Morelos will be away, and I think I think we already know anyway that the team's going to be drastically changed anyway next year, and I think from what I've heard on the grapevine down here is they reckon there's a possibility that Ken could be away, and I think we're still looking at a boy for QPR apparently.
Watch this space, mate. Watch this space. You know, I'm sure it'll be sorted in the next few months. But Kent's intriguing. I think his form has improved, Billy.
It certainly has. He seems to come on to a game. I mean, we all want him to score more goals than that. But when you look back, Ryan Kent's his career, he's not really been scoring goals in the entire period of his career. But obviously we want him to score more goals up here as well, Ox, especially for the Rangers. And we want him to be contributing more towards the team, making goals for talking sake if he's not scoring them. But his form has certainly changed, and he looks a lot livelier when he's playing with us now in that freer role. But he's a typical winger as far as I'm concerned, Doc. Wingers float in and out of form all the time, mate, and it's nothing different with Ryan Kent.
What's your thoughts, Shuggy?
I have my reservations about him. I've watched a lot of his career, you know, and I have my reservations about him. I don't think he's as good as what people think he is. I think he's a very bang average Championship player. Really, I don't think he's Premier League. I don't think he's Premier League quality, and I certainly don't think. I think we could get better quality as regards a winger. You know, I'm sure that Bale knows. I know he's worked with Kent for a long time, but I'm sure that Bale knows better quality players than Kent. But again, is that again a case of something that you will not like me saying? But is that again the board holding us back?
I think the board's getting the day with how Kent plays or who we recruit.
No, but I think the recruitment. You know, we can only recruit because we're only allowed to spend so much money. So we can only look at a level that's possibly a lower level than what we should be looking at, especially if we want to take over them. Because, like we said, we're on his coattails now.
You've got to look at financial fair play, mate. You've got to look at where we are. Anyway, we've been joined by Bear Down Under. Good evening to you, Bear.
How are we, brother? Long time no speak, how are you?
Very quiet, mate.
All right. Is that any better now?
A wee bit. Carry on, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. That's my self-imposed 6 months ban up. So I thought I'd enjoy myself and come on.
Self-imposed 6 month ban? What did you do wrong?
I said Kolak was a dud and couldn't score a goal.
And then he started scoring every week.
And then he started scoring every week. So I thought that you've got to pull yourself out the firing line. And I would probably suggest.
What you do with the rest of the stuff to do with that, mate? You have to eat a big slice of humble pie, mate. That's what you have to do with that one.
Oh, I don't know about that, obviously. I reckon some of the people 4 in should probably take a bit of example from myself, to be honest.
What's your thinking? Since we've not spoke to you for a few months, mate, how's your thinking? Are we improving?
Well, where do we start? Look, Oxford, I'll try and rattle it after this in the hole. I'm not really interested in judging the new Michael Beerila on what happens today and what happens at Easter Road and Tynecastle. So I think it's quite clear to say that we've got a good enough team and squad now and management team that we comfortably can go and win these matches SPL. It's all against what we do with the mob to the other side of the city, mate. I think that's what it's got down to, that in cup competitions and league games, I think it's all today we all come back to what it used to be, was it's all about what's going to happen in the Old Firm games, where I know it's in the League Cup, Scottish Cup, League. This is probably potentially moving forward now for the next few seasons, and I think that's what we're really going to judge where we're going to be successful domestically.
Fair shout, mate. What are you thinking of the team today, buddy?
What do you think of the team today?
Oh, no, Bear Down Under. Sorry, Shuggy. We'll come back to you in a minute, Shuggy. Bear Down Under, what do you think of the team
today? Obviously, Borner's in Croatia. All the best for him and his wife. Good to see Ridvan coming in. Let's be honest, we don't know much about the boy. You can judge him in a few games. I think the only matter is, I think he's touched on at the start, was with the Lundstrom and Jack, who's going to play where. God only knows, you might even see something different altogether. You might even see Jack and Lundstrom being a wee bit more central and Cantwell play a bit of a free role in front of them and probably behind. I don't know. We won't know until the game starts. But no, I think it's a decent team. I think this is what needs to happen, Oxford, is we need to keep a stable team from now until the end of the season and sort out where the squad's going to be in the summer, mate. But I'm comfortable. I'm expecting a 3-4-0 victory today, mate, to be honest. As I say, I'm comfortable where Michael Beale's taking and his backroom staff is taking his domestic play against the likes of, the rest of the SPL. but it's all going to be what we're going to be like on the big days in an Old Firm.
Aye, fair comment. Aye, I think all our seasons come down to certain big games, Shuggy. These seasons when it's tight.
Yeah, I think, like I say, I think I think also has been playing trying out a few permutations, and I think when it's sort of like we've only got a couple of games before we play them in the league. Obviously you never want to get beat to them, but probably the league game will take a slightly back step for the semi-final. Because. Like I think he did actually say in one of his press conferences that you've sort of got to worry about the semi-final. That's the one that we have to win, because personally myself, as much as you like him or you don't like him, I think he's going to be on a rocky wicket if we don't win him in the semi-final. Like.
Pressure always mounts, but it's a job that's got to come with pressure. Pressure to play well, pressure to select well, pressure to recruit well. Pressure by our club all the time, Billy.
Part and parcel of Glasgow Rangers Football Club, isn't it? That's what pulling over that wonderful jersey over your head and running out in front of the greatest support in the world. That's what it brings, mate. The pressure's always there. Some players can fill the jersey, some players can't. And that's always the way it'll be. You've got to have a special mentality and an inner strength to play with Glasgow Rangers. And it's as simple as that, Ox. You've got to learn to fill that jersey, and you've got to have the attitude and temperament, because there is on occasions, as we all well know, when certain individual players, including the greatest ever Rangers striker Ali McCoist, took stick for long enough to turn it round. So you've got to have a certain strength and a certain mentality, as I said, to play for Rangers, mate.
Aye. And what we'll see today, Shuggy, is we'll see many young Ridvan. We'll see him away from home. We'll hopefully see him for maybe 75 minutes, or if he's doing well, he can maybe get the full 90 in, because obviously it's the international break, and I don't suppose he's going away with anybody, so he's got time to recuperate. So it'll be interesting to see what he's made of.
Yeah, I think he'll do all right, mate. I think there's definitely a player in there. I think possibly as well. You might not agree with this, but I think Warner will be away next season myself. I think his back line could be quite a few shocks next season myself. Personally myself, I would like to see Tavernier gone, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, players come and go all the time, mate. You've got to understand that players move on for various different reasons, and obviously, new manager, he's got his own ideas when it comes to the season. He's only had one window, but I don't get attached to any player, mate. They either go or they have to move on at some time. Enjoy them if you like them, and accept it. They'll either move on or retire. Bear down under. Players come and go all the time.
Definitely, Oxford. And I've got a feeling this summer, I'm not talking about the ones that are out of contract. I'm talking about ones that maybe are a little bit unexpected. You might see, I know one of the panellists there picked from Borna, but I reckon you might even see a couple of the ones you might not expect moving on as well. Where I know it's a choice of the club or the individual themselves. I've just got a feeling that Michael Beale, which I wasn't confident at the start, I was a bit worried there was going to be a bit of a pals act, but that's my thoughts have changed with that. I think that he's looking at turning he sees there's a little bit of stalemate there. Individuals maybe been there too long. We touched on that Morelos, but I reckon that there might be a couple of ones that might come out surprisingly, that might be moved on, and it might be the best way for everybody, the individual, the club, and we start looking at recruiting for the foreseeable future, mate. Because I think there's definitely a bit of stalemate there in that squad, mate.
Aye. And if they don't move on, they'll get injured, Billy.
But listen, it's incredible. That's what I'm saying. We can only look at this two ways now. We're either been the unluckiest Rangers team in history with injuries, or there's something no right with the training methods, or the warm-up sessions, or the warming down sessions, or I don't know, whatever it is you're doing, or I just cannot put my finger in it, Ox. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, I was wanting to ask our good friend for Australia, have you any ideas what players you think it could possibly be moving on? Just off the top of your head.
Right, don't take this as look. I've just gave myself a 6 month ban, so don't put me on the spot again. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to give you a couple of things that you might. Herrera, I said he was the next Herrera, so I'm going to be careful what I'm saying. Certain individuals, Tavernier, Goldson, Lundstrom. You know, I would say Kamara is probably as an obvious one. You know, players like that, I can't pick it out. I just think that Michael Beale is looking at real. How can I put this? I'm going to be careful how I put this again. But I think he's coming in now and seeing that the same squad that he thought he had isn't the same squad that he had. Certainly, they've had their heads turned. Certain ones have maybe not got back to the form they will. Get a little bit older. But definitely, I reckon that he's looking to go in there and probably get some wages off the wage bill and bringing in the guys that he wants. But time will tell. This isn't something that it's just a feeling that we're going to be sitting there going, I didn't see that one and I didn't see this one. And if something's got in there at Tavernier, Goldson, I know Golson's signed a new contract, but that means nothing in football. But something's telling me that next season they two are going to be in the same team next year.
Interesting. Anyway, we'll not discuss players because there's a guy coming on. He doesn't like any more players. We'll be joined by Andy for Leeds. Morning, Andy. Oh, afternoon, Andy.
Aye, afternoon, guys.
What do you think of the team, mate? What do you think of the team?
Well, I think we more or less picked it because we knew Raskin was out and Bonner was away with getting his weighing sorted out and that, like, so, you know, good luck to him on that side there. I'm only slightly disappointed today because I would have liked to see Raskin not be injured, obviously, and play in this game because it would have been nice to see him come up in 90 minutes of the regular, how they play against us in the roughness. I think it would have been another string to his bow there, learning, you know, the different teams that he's going to come up against. But team's all right as it stands, you know, that's what we've got, so we go with it, and hopefully we come out and put on a good show. You know, that's all you can really say about the team. But yeah,
you got a better one?
I got was it 4-0, 4-1. What did I get? I think one was 14 and the other was 6. It was nothing. They're not getting you nothing. They used to get quite high up in them, the crazy bits, but they don't give you anything. And if you've got to go really up, you still don't get big odds then.
Crazy. Wait, are you looking forward to seeing Ridvan, Andy?
Yes, I like him. I mean, I know Shugs is on there. I think he's better than what Shugs thinks he is. You don't dislike him, but yeah, I think he can be a player for Rangers. I mean, obviously, we don't know. He's not going to have the crossing ability of Bonner, that's for sure. You know, when he puts them on, the strikers' dreams, aren't they? But I think he'll be a better defender than what Bonner is. You know, Bonner's just can't defend, can he? But he's great at the cross balls, you know. So, yeah, well, since he's started getting fit and being around the team, Ridvan, Bonner's certainly put in some better performances, isn't he? Maybe that's the shake that he needs, you know.
I would argue that since Bonner came back for the World Cup, mate, that he's been my most consistent player.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I can't really knock him, really. You know, I mean, not that I want to, because he's one of my favourite players, as you know. I like most of our players. But no, he's done all right. You know, he keeps putting the crosses in like that. We can get the strikers on the end of them. That's what it's all about. We'll get goals, won't we?
Aye. Here's a question for Shug. Shug, do you think we expect too much from the modern day fullback? Make goals, stop goals. Are we expecting too much of him?
No, because I mean, at the end of the day, that's what everybody expects in us. So no, I don't think we expect too much of him. And I mean, how can we say that we expect too much of his players? Because to be honest with you, what have they achieved this season? Not very much. So I don't really think we're asking them too much, because they've not achieved anything. And I mean, what have they achieved? You know, in the time that they've been there, 2 trophies. That's not good enough for Rangers. You know what I mean? You know, we want every trophy, don't we? You know, every trophy we compete in, we want them all. So no, I don't think we're asking too much at all.
All right, Billy.
I think that's a good comment, a good question, Ox. I think the times have changed when we look back for roughly maybe to the 70s period, 80s, 90s, 2000, and up until the present day. I think we had they used to be called right backs and left backs, and then it went to full backs, and now it's wing backs. You know what I mean? So the title of that position has changed over the decades, plus the style of the players has also changed. You know what I mean? When we look back for years ago, you had your right backs and your left backs, and all they were basically asked to do was defend and get forward now and again. But when you look at them now, for talking sake, the wing backs, we do expect more for them, Ox, because they're merely an attacking threat. It's like your Bornas and your Taverniers and different players through to Britain, for talking sake, in the continent. So we do, mate, we expect a lot more for them. And sometimes when they don't defend the way we want them to defend, we actually, I think at times we forget that that's what their positions are now. You know what I mean? They're a modern day wing back, and some of them can defend and some of them can't.
I would say we still play with the fullbacks because we play with the 4, but I get you with the wing backs there. They're your modern day wingers in some respects, you know. Right, how's it going to go today? Bear down under. How many's big Cholak scoring today, mate?
All right, I'll give you. I'm going for 4-0. I'm going for Cholak. I'm going for Fashion. I fancy Cantwell to score his first for the club, and I reckon Scotty Arfield to come up and score the 4th. So there you go. Yeah, but here first.
By the way, I think I'm not taking the pee when I say this. I think Cholak's looked a better player since he's come back from his injury, now that he's been fit than he did before. Even when he was scoring the goals, he seems to get more involved, mate. What do you think yourself?
I've been a little bit surprised with him, mate. Obviously under Van Bronckhorst, it looked as if it was more a penalty box striker, no interest in what you're doing outside it. But I've noticed a side of him that he looks a bit better when he's back to goal, coming a bit deeper. Even if he noticed that the last game, at one stage he was playing out to the right, and Fashion was in the middle. They were moving it about, you know, the front 3. So I've been definitely impressed since he's come back from his injury, and that's probably, to be fair, I'm getting used to Friel's new way of playing. But no, look, I've got no faults, as I say. The big man's shut my mouth up for what we pay for him, and the goals return. You can't argue, to be honest, Sox there.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. Andy, you weren't overstruck with him at first before they went in that run near her. Yeah, but
no,
you've got a tattoo.
I've got plenty of tattoos, but I'll not be one of him. No, just his first name. Like he's totally. I don't know if you mind. I had a feeling about him that he wasn't, and then he come on. He had that run, and then he had that 8-game barren spell, took the injury. I had the feeling that some of the players wasn't playing to his strengths. He didn't know any better. You said it wasn't, gaining the ball in the right place. I think what you just said there, I think, since he's come back, he's got a look of confidence about him now. I do agree with what you're saying there. There's something about him. He can get 2 or 3 goals and get on that run again. Hopefully he's going to be a main striker going forward next season with another good one alongside him. So yeah, I've changed my mind. Is he 100% striker? I'm not sure about that. But I think if you put it in the right area, he'll definitely give you a goal. So, yeah, I'll hold my hands up and say, but I jump quick anyway. You know what will happen to start of next season, don't you? I would go, what we signed him for? You know, but it is what it is, you know. There's no guarantee with any player that comes in, and all you do is, all kidding aside, you just hope that they make it, and they've got the cojones to play for the shit. And if we get that out of them, we'll back them all day long anyway. I always want them just to win. You know that, you know what I mean? They frustrate me. That's what they do.
I have to say, Shoggy, it's not Andy be wrong, is it?
Keith, you can't.
Be careful, bro. Be careful.
Can't tell Andrew. You can't tell Andy that he's wrong, can you? You know, you just say to him, Mark, well, I just slightly disagree. I just slightly disagree with you, bro. That's all.
Right, last words for all your good selves. Last word, Shog.
3-1 to Rangers. Colac 2 and Jack 1.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, I'm going for 3-0, 3-1, and I've also got a feeling for Jack today. And I'd like, I'll go with Shugs. Yeah, let's go with that one.
And you've always got a feeling for Jack, yeah?
Oh, definitely.
Bear down under your own mute. Come and join us. Give us your last word. Oh, come off a mute. Press your button. Go on, mate. Go on.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
No, I've already told you before. Now I've gave you the running commentary. No, it was good to speak to you, and I hopefully we can get the victory and keep going. You know, it's all about building up to the next Old Firm game in my eyes and being in the best possible form we can be.
All right, we'll speak to you soon, mate. All right.
I'll speak to you in 6 months.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon. Billy.
I'm going for a bear down under and all, mate. 4-0 to Rangers, and I'm going to go a hat-trick for Big Colac and one for James Tavernier for a penalty.
All right, cheers, mate. Listen, thanks to Bear Down Under, thanks to Shug and Andy for joining us, and of course, Billy. Hawks are all schooled the word for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a Rangers victory. Take it away, all school.
Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. Won't you come and cheer us? Help the boys along. White and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. We'll be there to do it, do it if we can. Win the cup, hold it up in our hands. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay.